Jazzcast Pros.
Hi, Jazzy. I think she's actually on the line. Melanie.
Hi, I'm here. I have never been
What?
on Podbean. This is so cool.
Oh, well, welcome to the Podbean joint.
Thank you. Hi, Jazz. So nice to meet you this way.
Welcome back to the Beauty Boss Millionaire podcast with daily on-the-go episodes packed with testimonies and business tips to help you create financial freedom through entrepreneurship. Hosted by the owner of Fracassi Lashes and the Blow Dry Lounge, the Beauty Boss Millionaire herself, Felicia Fracassi.
All right. First of all, I want to welcome everyone to Beauty Boss Millionaire Live. This is where we are now speaking with other business owners, other entrepreneurs, other people that have really done a lot in their career. And we want to bring on some experts. You know, I only bring boss women on the show. You guys are all hungry for information. You guys want to know how to take your business to the next level. I have Melanie Herschorn on the line. She is known as the content marketing strategist. She's for the women that want to make the big dollars, 6 figures or more. We're not talking about little dollars. We're talking about big money here. She is the expert. Melanie, welcome.
Thank you so much, Felicia. I am so happy to be here. Absolutely. And, you know, it's funny because there are some people who think everybody's an expert. You know, they say, oh, I'm an expert. And then there are other people who have imposter syndrome and they don't even want to see themselves as an expert when they really are.
You've done a lot. You know, you started your own small business in 2012. You had products in Nordstrom. Is that correct?
Yeah, I sold my products on Nordstrom.com for several years.
Boss, the money's in product, y'all, by the way. You know, quickly just tell us how you got started.
So I started out in PR in Hollywood. I was, you know, walking red carpets with A-list celebrities. And then I thought, you know, after a certain redheaded comedian told me off on my birthday, I thought, you know, I think I need to do something else. So I went to journalism school and I became a reporter on the radio and in newspapers and TV. And then I got laid off when I was pregnant. And I thought, okay, well, what now? I know, I'll design breastfeeding clothing.
I see that.
I'd always had the entrepreneurial spirit.
Right.
So I did that for 7 years and I loved it. But, you know, I could see that the trends were women were not interested in what I had to offer much anymore. And so I decided that the best thing I could do would be to start marketing because that was the most experience I had. I have my journalism background, my PR background, and marketing my own business. And I just love helping people get their brand noticed. It's so fulfilling for me.
Right. Was that when you got your products in Nordstrom when you did the mommy thing, the breastfeeding thing?
Yes, that's exactly it. I was super boss because I had everybody around. I was being a total boss because I had everybody around me going, are you sure you can do this? That you are going to be able to design clothes. You don't have a background in clothing design. You don't have a background in business. And I said, you know what? I believe in myself and I can do it. And it was it's just sometimes things happen. And the reason I was able to get my clothing into Nordstrom, or rather on Nordstrom.com, was that I met the right people at the right time.
You have everything that you need. God's already prepared you from your previous career, and that's for everyone that's listening. Whatever career path you went on before you got to the entrepreneur level, it's prepared you for the next chapter. How did you begin to get yourself onto social media and do this management and marketing? What advice would you give for people that are like yourself? You started up a business. How do you take it to the next level? How did you get these people to even notice you?
Ooh, this was back in 2012, where I thought that if I made something and I created a website, then all of a sudden people would buy things. And we all know that is not what happens. So I started from the beginning. I created a Facebook page and a Twitter page, and I started growing my email list. I had upwards of 5,000 people on the list by the end, and you just have to put yourself out there and not be afraid. The landscape has changed considerably since I started. What remains the same is that being authentic online and being consistently showing up and providing value That's what's going to separate you from the noise. So the first thing you want to do is figure out where your ideal client or customer is hanging out online. That's number one. If they are on Instagram, then you should be on Instagram too. If they are not on Instagram, do not waste your time just because your best friend's mother says you should be on Instagram. She's not a marketer. She doesn't know. There's a lot of advice that goes around from people who should not be advising. So this is common sense. If your ideal person is on Instagram, then you should get to know that platform and you should be there showing up regularly and consistently with value. And whether it's a product-based company or a service-based company, there are so many ways to show value on Instagram with your lifestyle photos. How is it going to make somebody's life better? Show them in pictures and in your words. So that's number one. Number two is email marketing because we don't own our social media followers. So if Instagram wants to shut you down tomorrow, then you have no way of reaching the people that have been following you. So that is why I highly recommend growing your email list. And the greatest way to grow your email list is to have a lead magnet, or also known as a freebie or an opt-in, something you offer for free that's valuable that people take in exchange for them giving you their email address. So that's how you're going to grow your email list. And then the third thing is I would actually get yourself out there, be on podcasts, show people that you're the go-to, you're the expert. So pitch yourself to podcasts. Maybe there's a speaking event, whether it's in person or online, that you can be part of and show people your expertise. Whether you make vodka or you are a life coach, you are an expert in your field, and that's a great way for you to show people.
Very good.
I always talk about finding the fortune in your email list. As long as you have a good subject line that makes people open the email, because of course it doesn't matter what's inside if they don't open it, and you really speak to them, whatever their challenges are, or like you said, even just reaching out and saying hello, that means so much.
Also, we have Jazzy T with us. She is the founder of Jazzcast Pros. She also is a serial entrepreneur. We have her on the line as well with us just to kind of speak with Melanie about boss things that we're doing in our communities and things that we're just doing to help other women.
Hey, yep. So I am the creator of Jazzcast Pros and the producer for the Beauty Boss Millionaire podcast. So right now we are live on Podbean.
Yes.
And so we have Melanie here. She is the owner of VIP Digital Content, and you have a special service, Sparkles and Strategies, and that is specifically for boss women and other entrepreneurs. Can you tell us a little bit about the Sparkles and Strategy?
Absolutely. Thanks for asking. And what it is, it's a 4-month program where I work one-on-one with service-based business owners who are writing or have written a book. And we work on their branding because not on their branding specifically, but on their marketing of their brand, I should say. And what we do is we make it so that they grow a community, because so often people will write a book, for example, and they think that the book is the end. Okay, I wrote a book. Well, now what? Congratulations, you wrote a book. But what happens is people don't realize that the book is a marketing tool to help grow your brand. And so I take people through a whole system, a whole process where we come up with a rinse and repeat marketing system for your social media, for your emails, and for getting on podcasts, and also for any kind of conversion event that you do have, getting the marketing set up for that you can just redo and redo. It's so key in getting brand awareness and really just being authentically you and having people flock to you and your business.
To be bosses. So thank you again, Jazzy, for being with us.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. It's exciting to be live on Podbeam, and I'm definitely looking forward to doing more of these on the Podbeam app. And so, anybody who's listening to us on Apple or Spotify or wherever you like to get your podcast, I strongly suggest that you take a look at Podbeam. Even if you are a podcaster, there are so many benefits with the Podbeam app, and you can actually just click on the link in our show notes, and you can get signed up and get some perks to get your own podcast started.
Okay, sounds good.
Because of the era that we live in now where everything moved online during the pandemic. So first of all, everything is online. And I don't think that that's going away anytime soon. We don't have to go meet people across the country and fly to them. We can just hop on Zoom and have a meeting. And it's amazing. I think that what the pandemic did for business is actually in many ways a really great thing. So that said, when the pandemic started, everybody became a coach. Everybody became an online coach. And all of a sudden, there was a sea of online coaches. And the question is, well, how do you differentiate yourself? And the way to do that online is to make sure you are not doing what everybody else is doing. So, the trend of reels on Instagram, pointing and dancing. Don't do that. Just don't point and dance because everybody else is doing it. You'll see people dancing to music and then they're pointing in one direction, and wherever they're pointing they have posted some words, and then they point in a different direction and they post some other words, and then they point in a third direction and they post some more words, and that is an Instagram reel circa late 2020. But now that we're in 2021, we don't want to do that. It's not exciting. It's not fun. It's not different. And the best way to be exciting, fun, and different is to be authentically you. And if you wouldn't dance and point normally, don't start now.
I totally agree.
Yes, definitely.
If you want to really stand out, give value. I cannot tell you how many times I'm scrolling Facebook and you see somebody has posted, I made $14,000 in one day. Drop an emoji below and grab my exact how to do it in a PDF. And then, 500 people want to get that PDF so they can make $14,000 in one day too. It's misleading because you don't know what the circumstances were. And secondly, you cannot do what somebody else did and expect it to work exactly for you. Marketing in general is so customized. It needs to be tailored to you. It cannot just be, hey, here's this formula, follow it and it'll work. It's not like that.
Hi, Melanie. It's Jazz again. I have a quick question for you.
Sure.
Since you are working with six-figure income entrepreneurs, boss babes, and in different industries, I'm assuming. So when you go and you're working with a client, do they already know how to make social media videos, or is there some sort of like step-by-step for us people who are, say, in their mid-30s, 40s, 50s, and a little bit above? How do we kind of make it so it's not so overwhelming? It seems hard to TikTok.
Oh my gosh, I totally agree. Look, I just turned 42, so I am in that I'm totally in that age bracket, but it doesn't have to be exactly what everybody else is doing. So if it's you going live, that's even better. If you can just give people some great information and show them that you are an expert in your field, then that is going to do so much more for you than if you have this great edited video on TikTok. I'm thinking of this particular person. She's a physical trainer, and she did this whole video. And the video didn't actually let anybody know why she was great or what the benefits of working with her would be. So you don't have to be high tech. You just have to teach people something valuable and show them what the benefits of buying your product or working with you would be.
So it sounds easy enough. So can you give us an example of maybe something, some piece of content one of your clients created? Like, let's just say they have food.
Okay, so a client has food. So tell me more. Do they have a restaurant, or you're saying they're eating?
Sure. So let's say I just opened up a burger spot and it's kind of off the beaten path, but it's really cool once you come in, you just got to find it.
Ooh, I love this. Okay. So, first thing I would do is use hashtags on Instagram if you're on Instagram, because those are going to be great for location. So then you can target people who can actually come to your facility. Because if you're in Florida, you're not going to be trying to reach people in Timbuktu because they're not going to be coming to your local burger spot. So definitely gear it toward the locals. Then show people eating. Show people happy. Show the lifestyle of incorporating going to this burger spot. So, yes, definitely show the food and have testimonials from happy patrons and send out emails with maybe a buy one, get one coupon. There are so many different ways that you can entice people to come by showing them how great their life will be and how happy their tummy will be after they eat your food.
Happy tummy. That sounds like a email subject line.
Totally.
It really does. It really does. I love that. We've got the hashtags, show pictures of people eating.
For this restaurant, I would also say do live video, because whether it's live on Instagram or live on TikTok, remember the owner of this business is the face of the brand. So you want to help people get to know you. Why don't you talk about your why, the reason you've opened up this burger spot? Maybe when you were a kid, you used to frequent a burger place and it closed, and your dream was to have your own spot one day. Well, that would be a phenomenal story to resonate with your ideal customers.
Melanie, you really do know what you're doing, honey. You're good.
Oh,
Because
you.
just the live thing, that added a special touch too, because people do like to see what's going on live. It's like they're watching their TV and they're able to see what's going on in your business.
Exactly. And behind the scenes, I mean, that's where the real stuff happens. So, take people on a virtual tour of the kitchen. How cool would that be?
If we have somebody listening with the Beauty Boss Millionaire and they would like to reach out to you for even more coaching or even listen to some of your podcasts, how do they get in contact with you?
Oh, thank you. It's super easy. You just go to meetmelanie.live, and that's my connect call line, and we can absolutely connect. So if you know how to spell Melanie, it's Melanie. So meetmelanie.live.
That's it for today. Tune in tomorrow for the Beauty Boss Millionaire podcast. And don't forget to follow the Beauty Boss Millionaire, Felicia Fracassi, on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Beauty Boss Millionaire.